Alright.
Xel'Naga, Caverns, Metal, and Shakuras have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the latter maps. As maps that, while still capable of early pressure, allow macro games more often.
Yeah, most definitely. Alright, anyway, guys, I do want to say welcome. This is game number 2, in round number 2 of the TQ Live LAN tournament that is being hosted by eSpot, Billiards and Arcades. So big thank you to them. I want to say I am tQzander. I am not alone. Say hello, Atticus.
Hello, everybody. Again, I am Atticus, and glad to be here with Team TQ.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time, good place to be, and we got great games to watch. Yeah.
Ganon proving that he is what all Protosses fear.
Wait,
Terran.
Opke's going to 10-gate. Opke? Okay, so actually, okay, anyway, guys, we do have the players Opke, who is the Protoss at the top right, going up against Ganon, who is a Terran in the bottom left. Ganon, who is an absolutely incredible player, impeccable playing ability, and he's going to go against Opke, who is going to be 10-gating him. So we're going to see how Ganon can defend against this rush, and how well Opke can perform this rush. Because Opke did lose pretty handily to a early pressure build against Ganon. So we're going to see how Ganon decides to follow up.
Yep, and Ganon, thankfully, as a result, not proxying anything. Seemingly playing standard so far.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what Opke's going to do. Whether it's going to be all Zealots, or is going to try and do like a 10-gate Stalker build. I do know that Noni, or Tyler, likes the 10-gate Stalker build. At least he did. And he actually publicized it. Yeah.
Yep, Stalkers can do, a very early Stalker can do a surprising amount of damage to a Terran before they get Marauders up.
Yeah, because Marines just do not do well against Stalkers in small numbers. Yeah, although I do want to say that, look at Ganon's building placement. With this supply depot here, this barracks here, with the command center and the Vespene Geyser, that's a really good wall off to defend against any Zealot pressure that is attempted to be done. So the Zealots just might end up getting defeated by the... or if it is a Zealot build, there does not seem to be, but Zealots would be as destroyed by that building placement. Yeah, and okay, so Marine is now out, looking for any forms of cheese. You can see his attack moving into the various corners of the base. So Ganon is expecting something from Opke. I think Ganon knows the mindset of Opke, probably feeling like like he's not as great of a player. So he's just going to be really safe. Like, look, he's even setting another Marine down into all of these spots behind the line of sight blockers, and just going up to try and take away any proxies.
Yep, this is really where, like you mentioned, this is really where a tournament becomes tougher than normal games. Opke is not in a good position, as he's lost a match before, and he did 2-1 into this game, but he's up against Ganon, a good player that is on his, what, 4th, 5th win in a row?
Yeah, Ganon... Yeah, this will be his 4th if he wins. Yeah, but still, I mean, the games that he's won have been very, very good. The last one was pretty one-sided, but let's see how Opke decides to progress. He did throw down his 2nd gateway, and he's continually producing Stalkers out of the 1 gateway that he does have. He's macroing pretty well. But you do have Marauders with Concussive Shells coming out, and Ganon's about to throw down an expansion. If Opke can time this correctly, he can probably hit the expansion and do a lot of damage. But he's actually throwing down a Robo. I'm really wondering if he was just trying to do a defensive 10-gate to combat a rush, because he's still not putting on any pressure. Just as I say that, he moves out.
You know, I feel bad for saying it, but I feel like it's just not... I think he just was trying something or did not do a very solid build in the first place. And here comes a Reaper. Yeah,
so the Reaper will be able to see everything. Oh, that was actually what forced Opke to come back. He was trying to pressure with the Stalkers, but once he saw the Reaper, he pulled back, I believe. I hope that's about the timing of it.
Yep. And Ganon, feeling confident, is going to expand relatively early for a Terran.
Yeah, I think he is just going to play this fairly safe, let Opke make a mistake, and then just roll over him. Yeah.
Ganon's going to hunt down this poor probe, looking at him all innocent at the Xel'Naga tower.
And yep, there it is. 2 shots, and it goes bye-bye. So the Reaper does not have a kill, and Opke has a fairly solid force. It's got a couple of Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. Sentries have actually been able to accumulate a bit of energy, so they will have about 4 forces between them soon.
Yep. Looks like the food's exactly even in the army count.
Yeah, I'll just stick that on my end too. Yeah, 42 out of 42. 42 out of 54. It's actually a supply block for Opke.
This right here is exactly what separates these two players. Their food is exactly the same, even though Ganon is expanding early.
Yeah, and generally that does not happen.
No,
Ganon,
he's just really showing off his macro.
Yeah, he's got amazing macro. We saw that game 1 between Chrome and him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how many games can you say that you saw a 5 or 6 base Terran?
Yeah, that's just... Oh, look at this SUV just spazzing over there at the natural of Opke. So Ganon sees this expansion. So Ganon's expansion was a lot earlier than Opke's.
You're right. This SUV is having a seizure and is unfortunately not taken to any hospital by Opke. He's instead shot.
Oh, that's such a bad way to treat someone having a seizure. Like that is not the way.
Here at Team TQ, we like to treat our SUVs kindly. So please do not let this represent our general views on SUVs.
Yes, we try to be very, very forgiving and helpful people. We will take SUVs to the hospital, assuming they are on our team. That is a kind of a underlying statement there.
Yeah, I didn't mention that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't lie. I'm all for like making us seem as amazing as possible, but we're kind of inclusive.
Actually, I am a Zerg, so I have killed an awful lot of SUVs.
Oh my god, you horrible person.
I know, and this Reaper takes 3 kills and is taken down.
Ooh, that's actually a fairly well-used Reaper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, I'm completely neglecting all the Psystorms I've used on SCVs. But yeah, Opke does now have his Expo up. He's not transferring any probes, though. Ooh, Templar Archives. Speaking of Psystorming SCVs, the Templar Archives is being made.
Yep, and researching legs, now main-arting these drones.
Yes. I do want to say that Charge takes so long to upgrade, and Ganon is pushing out, so those Zealots are going to be fairly useless to the Marauders' concussive shells. We'll see how it gets controlled. The army counts are fairly even, and it could even be in favor of Opke if he uses the right kind of force fields. He does position his army, and Ganon does pull back. Oh, misplaced force field. Just too late. Ganon did a really good job of pulling back in time to evade the force fields.
Yep, pulling back and waiting for this infantry weapons level 1 to finish and perhaps meeting up with a few more forces before deciding to push. He did see the expansion, though, so I feel like he was going to want to apply some pressure.
Yeah, he saw expansion with that SUV in the beginning, so we'll see if he decides to press soon, because if he wants to get advantage... Oh, he actually just might end up taking his gold instead. Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
Ganon, look at that, already a macro monster.
Yeah, just poking in, just putting the fear in Opke. But this is actually going to allow Opke to get up Templars. Which could, if he does the right force field and Psystorming, he could decimate Ganon's army, because with all these Marines, they'll just evaporate instantly. He's got
the absolute bane of Terran Marine Marauder armies.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually playing just a friendly game with one of my friends, and he was trying to use Marines to creep up to give range to his siege tanks. And I just brought up I sacrificed 2 Templars, got 2 storms off, and every Marine died, and it was beautiful.
Oh.
Like, I killed probably 20 Marines with 2 side storms.
Yikes.
It was beautiful. I loved it. He didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Of course, Baneling mines also make me feel just about that good, but it always seems that I have about half of them right where they don't need to be.
But still, 2 Banelings could take out an infinite amount of Marines. But anyway, Ganon's going for a drop right now. Let's see how Opke responds to this in time, if he does. Psystorm is almost done. And Ganon's dropping a little tiny hidden spot. He might try and snipe the Robo facility, or just go right for the probes. He's going for the probes. Good reaction timing from Opke, pulling back well in time. And the charge is going to close the distance and force Ganon to flee. However, that medevac is still alive, and with its positioning, it's going to drop soon again.
Yep.
Ganon also dropping at the natural too, forcing Opke to go back and forth. Ganon's going to pull back again, and is he dropping into the main? Yep, he's about to drop into the main.
Yep, he's about to drop again. This really huge fly area up here being abused by Ganon.
Oh, is he going to feed back the medevac? He's got to feed back the medevac. Yep, there he does.
He feedbacks it twice, but it doesn't go down.
It just doesn't have the energy for it to die. The healing the stim ends up saving the medevac. Yeah, he's going to pull back. He saves all of his units. He's doing so much free damage. And oh, Ganon's going into the natural again with his medevacs down here.
But his units are already... Opk already has his units positioned. He needs to get this...
Yeah. Oh, the Zealots blocked the Stalkers from getting the movement speed over there. So Ganon is now dropping to the main again. He's going to be able to take out that, but oh, he's got this medevac is going to die. Ganon's going to end up attacking. Does lose units there, but still doing a very good job of dealing with so much damage. And look at that. Through that, those engagements, Ganon is now 50 food ahead of Opk.
Wow.
Yeah.
This really shows the power of Ganon to harass and macro effectively.
Yeah, and now Opk's front is completely undefended. It does have some units back in the mineral line, as well as some probes. He's got a probe, idle probes over there. How many? Yeah, Opk has 4 idle workers right now. They're all actually next to this forge. Interesting enough, but Ganon seems to be pushing out now again. He should be able to just win it with this push. His gold is up as well with Planetary Fortress.
But I really do hope that Opk lets his nerves be calmed.
No, he's not going to, because he's got this drop in the back and this push in the front. This is going to be GG. Ganon has so much forces. And he has ghosts. He's going to be able to just EMP everything with these ghosts.
Oh, beautiful EMP at the ramp.
Oh, and he hits both of the Templars. The Templars can't even feed back anything. Or Storm.
Oh, this is game over.
Oh, yeah, this is done. This is completely done. The Nexus was taken out. Ganon has all these forces, all these probes just evaporating. Ganon's getting free reign right up the ramp. And there's just so much. Opk has no hope. Opk has absolutely no hope. Templar getting taken out before they can even warp in, and there's GG from Opk.
Another beautiful game from Ganon.